This is Harmon Hart. It's February the 24th, and I just want to give you a quick update on the S-12. I've got some other work done on the rigging, and so we'll get right with it. This is both wings are in place, and what I've done today is I have set the droop angle on the ailerons and the flaps, and there's a procedure in the manual for that. And one of the things I wanted to really hit the highlights of this is just that there's a airworthiness directive aimed at this aileron bell crank in the wing, and it's these push-pull tubes. And this tie wrap's on here so it would say stay still while I was adjusting the other side. I need to cut that off. But anyway, what they want you to do is they want you to remove this nut if possible here. You can see the nut back kind of behind there. And they want you to run this all the way in on the threads on this little turnbuckle here. And they want you to do the same thing over here, right here. And then they want all the adjustment thing. Now if you can't do that, they want you to leave the nut and run it in as far as you can with the nut in place. And that's what I've had to do, because if not, the other end down there would not have the minimum number of threads of engagement that RANS calls for. But basically what you want to do is you want to rig the airplane so that the ailerons are just slightly down, and there's a measurement. I won't bore you with the details on that. And then to set up your ailerons, you sight down this compression strut and you line this nut up with this bearing and the nut down on the other end. So if you look down it, they should all be directly in line, and they are here. And so you do the same thing down here at the other end where it goes into the wing. You see right here, and this arm should be centered. That arm being centered means your sticks should be centered, and they are. The easy way to tell if the stick is centered is to look down here at the bracket, and it's centered on that pipe behind it. So after you do all that and you get everything centered, then what you do is you're supposed to place a board on the bottom of this leading edge spar and the trailing edge spar, and then the ailerons are supposed to come down and touch the top of that board. But you can do the same thing by sighting down that tubes. If you can see the aileron back there, just watch how it just disappears as all three of those line up. Right there. That's where it needs to be. So anyway, I've got that all done, and that's all I'm going to do for today. But I did want to show you that I got the jury struts in, and I got the other wing on, and it's starting to fall together. So stay tuned for more details.